Coach, certainly I think a lot of optimism after the first period tonight, keeping it close despite some early penalty trouble. What in your mind maybe happened in the second that put this team in a bit of a tough spot?
I don't think. I think it started right off the hop. You go down 5-on-3 right off the hop, and what I said is a lack of discipline, obviously with penalties, but it's also a lack of discipline on. We knew they're a very offensive team. We knew they stretch guys out of the zone, and it was super important to have our D not pinch and have a good F3. And probably last night, I think we had 9 odd man rushes against, which is way too high, and we probably surpassed that tonight and had it again. So the lack of discipline to play the way we needed to play, and the lack of discipline with penalties, you get that result.
When you look at the result overall, though, I mean, shots were pretty close, even though you're stuck on the PK 6 times. Was it more smaller mistakes that are just coming back to bite the team a lot more now, do you feel?
No, those are big mistakes. Giving up 10, 11, 12 odd man rushes are big mistakes. Just weren't sharp mentally at all. When your team's dialed in, you see things. You see them win block battles on face-offs. You see them run routes properly on control breakouts, and I didn't see any of that tonight. So maybe their minds were, it's getting close to Christmas, but they're professional athletes. I'm sure they're going to cash their check on the 15th and the 30th, so they needed to be way better tonight.
If you take that sort of 100-foot view, though, I mean, not to be the eternal optimist, but you're 5-2 in your last 7. You've seen a lot of bright spots over these last few weeks. As a staff, do you still say to yourselves, there are things we know this team is capable of getting back to, especially with a big weekend coming up next week?
Yeah, I think Wednesday, I thought, was probably our best game of the year. But you can't get too big, you can't get too confident, and you get humbled pretty quick if you do that, and that's what happened this weekend to us. So the lack of discipline to stay with the way we played on Wednesday is concerning to me, and the good thing is we have 5 days before we have those 2 games to get this back on track.